Everybody already sit nicely? And then we're going to go to the main session. What's that, Miss Anggun?
The international conversation with Mr. Trevor Robinson.
Okay, so now please welcome Mr. Trevor Robinson.
Give applause, guys.
Hello. Oh, look at all these people. Hello. There's a lot of people here. Wow. Hello. Yeah, funny boy.
He's so active, sir.
Okay. Now, first of all, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I am a Muslim. I've been a Muslim for many, many years. Now,
Hey.
my name is Trevor Robinson, as you know already. A bit unusual name here, Trevor, yeah. But just call me Mr. Trevor, yeah. I'm 63 years of age. I'm quite old. My father's 93, yeah. And I've been married to my wife. She's Javanese. She's from Kampung. And we've been married for 18 years. Now, I want to talk a bit about my country. I want to talk a bit about my country, which is Australia. Yeah? And there's many differences between Australia and Indonesia. So I'm going to put a big map up. Yeah? While I'm speaking, it'd be great if you can think of questions. There'll be question time that you can ask me. Yeah? So information about Australia, how it is different to Indonesia. To think questions, yeah? That's really good, because that will help me, because there's nothing worse than me standing here and not giving you information, which is why I'm here. Okay, let's get this map. One big difference about Indonesia is people in Indonesia, they smoke a lot of cigarettes. Australia, just one thing, in Australia, 11% of people smoke cigarettes, and here I think it's about 60%. So that's one big difference already. Okay, I'll just get this map on the wall. It's been used many times. Yeah. Another big difference is I have 2 sheep. Here, I have 2 sheep in Indonesia. In Australia, we have farmers, and they have 100,000, 200,000 sheep. And their properties are very, very big. Australia is a big country. Yeah? Some tape. Another big difference is the traffic rules in India. Who has a sim? Who drives here? Who has a motorbike? Who rides a motorbike or drives a car? You have a sim? Like motor?
Sim.
You drive a motorbike? In Australia, if you do not have a sim and the police catch you on the road, your fine is about 3 million rupiah. Here, it's 50,000. Okay. Push. Should be okay. Okay, so I'm from here. This is called Perth, Western Australia. So we have this here. I have worked up in here. It's very hot. Indonesia is about here. Yeah? So if it's raining here in what's called Darwin, Northern Australia, raining here, It will be raining in Bali, maybe here in Central Java. And it's the same. I was working this morning close to here. I live in Kampung. It's not so hot. Yeah, so I was like, so hot. Some of us were working, and it's just very, very hot. Another difference in Australia is public transport. You get on a bus, yeah? Who goes on the bus? Do you catch a bus? Anyone catch the bus? If you get on the bus in Australia, you have a little ticket. And it's a bit like this. It's a bit like this. And you get on the bus. The buses are very, very, very clean. The buses are just all clean. And you jump on and you have credit in your card. And you go, you tap a little machine and it tells you how much credit. And you just get on. You don't pay. You don't have a man halfway out the door, like, ready to fall out of the bus. They just will. There's no conductor. It's one person, just the driver. So you go, tick. When you get off, tick your ticket again. We have a rule in Australia that if you have a child, if you have a little boy or little girl in the car who's under 12 years of age, you cannot smoke in the car. You cannot smoke in a restaurant. You cannot smoke in a public bus. In a taxi, you cannot. No. You cannot smoke. Smoking is just not tolerated, which I think is a great thing. We have the normal, healthy man like me. We live to about 88 years of age in Australia. 88. My father is 93. My father is 93. My mother is 87. And they're both quite healthy. Yeah? We have more doctors in Australia for every person than they have in Indonesia. We have more hospitals than Indonesia. We have. That's because people pay more tax. If you pay more tax, you can have more money for hospitals, and you have more money for dentists and all that sort of thing. Yeah? So that's another good thing. But if I work very, very hard in Australia, I can lose 50%. About 46% of my money goes to the government to pay for the hospitals. The roads in Australia, good condition. Yeah? I hope you're thinking of questions. Yeah? If you're in school of Dasar, SMP, or SMK, SMA, you'll start, you go to school about the same age as here, but you do 5 days a week of school. Not here, you do 6. Yeah? And school starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. What time do you start? You start school? 7, yeah? 6 o'clock you're at school. 7. You start at 7. In Australia, they start at 9 o'clock, finish at 3. And they do 5 days a week of school. If you're at a private school, like a Islamic school, maybe 6. Yeah. In Australia, you'll do 1 day of sport. They have your normal school. Not every private school, but you will do that. And this is the big thing. 12 weeks holiday for students. 12 weeks of school for students. Hello. Come on in and sit down. So how many weeks of holiday do you have?
How many weeks?
How many weeks of holiday? Do you have maybe 2 weeks? 1 year, 2 weeks holiday? Yeah? In Australia, it's like they have 4 terms. do their study, then they have a break, they have a break again, they have a break again, they have a break. They have one big break for Christmas. Another big difference about Australia, I'm a Muslim, yeah, and there's only about 3% of Australians are Muslim. 3%. In Indonesia, it's 86%. 86% of people are Islamic. You know, the Muslim, 3%, about 3.5%. But every year, there are more and more people coming to Australia who are Muslim. They have babies, so very quickly, the percentage per 100 is going up. And there are so many people with no religion. You know? It used to be a Christian country, but a lot of people have no religion. In Australia, nothing, no religion at all. But here, on your SIM, you must have, and KTP, yeah, you must have agama, you must have your religion. Australia, I was managing a company, and you cannot ask, what's your religion? You cannot ask. In Australia, if I say to you, excuse me, what's your religion? I would be in trouble with the government. I can't know. That's business. That's business private, and I am not allowed to ask. There are many things you cannot ask people who work in Australia. So, what else? The traffic. I've been driving trucks for 30 years. Yeah? I came here many years ago, and it's like we have the same traffic rules. The same traffic rules in Indonesia as we do in Australia, yeah? And nothing, the same rules, yeah? Stop, lampu merah at the red light, stop. Here, it's like, at a stop sign. We have cameras on the red lights, yeah, in Australia. So if you go through a red light at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, it does not matter what time, a camera will go click and take your photograph. And you have to pay a fine, a big fine. Here, it's just like, no problem, yeah? Just keep going. I do it myself sometimes, you know? And if I'm sitting at a red light and you see it going down, 5, 4, 3, beep, beep, 2, 1 second, if you don't go before the light goes green, people go, they're very angry.
Yeah.
You know? They do. They go, beep, beep. So if I'm bored, I'll just sit there behind someone. There's 10 seconds to go on the light. I just go, beep, 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 and they have to go through the light. I drive like a Javanese now. I've been here quite a while. The cost of living. The cost of living in Australia, very expensive. Everything costs more money. Fuel, bread, sugar, a house. Many people are now going back to live with their mother and father. Do you live with your grandmother or grandfather? In your house? Who lives in your house? Okay, many people. Who lives with their grandmother? Grandfather? Your father? So there's you. In Australia, it used to be you get married and you buy a house. Now, it's too expensive. And people have gone out and paying a contract, yeah? They pay contract every week, contract. I was paying $300 1 week. That's $3 million for a very small apartment. 1 week, $3 million. And that was cheap. A lot of people every week for renting the apartment or the house contract, $6 million for 1 week. 7 million. With a family, 7 million. How long can I live? I can live here. 7 million? I can live here for a long, long time. Another difference in Australia is when people have a baby, and after 3 months the baby's born, it goes sometimes, not always, into childcare. It's called a creche. So This little boy here, he might be 3 or 4. His mother is working. His father is working. And he, since he's been that big, maybe 3 months, 4 months, he's been looked after. They paid for someone to look after him. I'm lucky, I've got two grandchildren here, and since 40 days of age, she's been staying, not living, but every day we have, alhamdulillah, my wife and I, we can look after that little girl. Many people in Australia, it's so expensive to live, they want to buy a house, so it's like work. Then they're paying a lot of money for childcare. So it's really bad. This is a much better country. Lee, I live here. It's better to live in Indonesia than Australia. For me, being my age, I'd rather be here. There's so many. I could talk to you for many hours, but I won't talk for any longer because we're going to do something for you. We're going to help you with your English now.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's really great, Mr. Trevor. Give applause for Mr. Trevor. All right, everybody. So after this, we're going to go to the answer and question and answer session. Okay, question and answer session. But before that, you need to prepare yourself to prepare your question in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes only, you will help by Miss Willis, Miss Shahida, Miss Raya, Miss Naini, and
Makanan apa? Minum apa?
yes,
All of them.
all of them. Okay, so you need to sit down based on your age group. Miss Shahida, would you mind to handle this group? Okay, and then another group, Miss Raya. Miss Naini with the children. Thank you so much. And Miss Willis this line. Others can they go with Miss
Me?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
So you'll be with me.
So make a small circle with your teacher.